Welcome back. Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko has denied provoking a crisis on the border with Poland. Thousands of Polish troops have been deployed to stop the migrants, who accuse Poland and Belarus of leaving them to perish in the winter cold.
The Polish border.
The European Union is rushing to fortify its eastern frontier as thousands of migrants try to cross into Poland from Belarus. People fleeing war and poverty in the Middle East are struggling to stay alive in the forest, where temperatures dip below zero at night. Warsaw and its NATO neighbors have mobilized thousands of troops to keep the desperate crowd at bay. The escalating crisis prompted Lithuania to declare a state of emergency in its border region. Germany, which many migrants see as their final destination, has urged the EU to expand sanctions against Belarus. Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko was accused of luring migrants with false guarantees of entry to Europe. He denied the claim and instead blamed the West for creating the crisis by attacking the Middle East. Belarusian troops delivered food and water to the migrants, some of whom accused the soldiers of seizing their phones. Human rights groups say Poland could have violated international law by pushing the migrants back. As the standoff continued, Polish Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki went to the border to boost the morale of his security forces. He accused Russian President Vladimir Putin of instigating the crisis to destabilize Europe. Moscow said Belarus is handling the situation responsibly, but is closely monitoring the event. The parliament in Japan has re-elected Fumio Kishida as prime minister, this time after he secured victory for his Liberal Democratic Party in last month's national polls. The vote at a special session was a formality, as the LDP has a strong majority in parliament. Kishida was first elected prime minister after becoming party president when Yoshihide Suga resigned in September. The new leader is set to announce later tonight proposals to revive Japan's COVID-hit economy. Millions of Americans who depend on food banks to survive are facing a bleak holiday season as prices soar amid dwindling supplies.
I'm come here because I need food for my family. You know why? Because the stores is very expensive, the food, and my money is not enough.
The increase in food prices is a real challenge for meeting the needs of people who are struggling to put food on the table across the country. Our food banks are seeing prices that are 2 to 3 times what they were just 9 months ago.
Food banks in all parts of the United States have reported the same problem: high prices, little stock. As a result, many are cutting the amount of food they distribute to needy families. Many Americans have been forced to resort to handouts after losing their jobs because of COVID. Job losses have led to bottlenecks in ports and warehouses, causing supply chain disruptions. Malala Yousafzai, the youngest ever Nobel Peace Prize winner, is now married. The 24-year-old made the announcement on social media. She also posted several photos of the small ceremony at her home in the British city of Birmingham. Her husband, Asghar Malik, is a general manager for the Pakistan Cricket Board. When Malala was 15 years old and living in Pakistan, she was shot in the head by the Taliban for being a girls' education activist. At 17, she became the youngest ever Nobel Peace Prize recipient. Factory inflation on the mainland has hit a 26-year high. The producer price index for October jumped 13.5% from a year earlier. Higher coal prices and an energy crunch were blamed for the steep rise, which reduced profit. Consumer prices also picked up pace, climbing 1.5%, more than double September's rise. But consumer prices could increase further if factories pass on their higher costs to customers. New World Development Chairman Henry Chang is set to take full control of Icable Communications after acquiring a bigger stake in Forever Top, which owns 43.2% of the pay TV operator. He paid almost $209 million to David Chill and Lee Zilin for their shares in Forever Top. Chang now controls 86% of Forever Top. The billionaire has made an offer to buy the remaining 56.8% of Icable shares from other holders. The development saw the stock surging 30% when trading resumed after a 5-week suspension. Profit-taking eroded gains, and Icable closed 18% higher. Mainland property stocks were the focus of attention today as the Hang Seng Index gained ground. Speculation that some developers plan to issue bonds in the interbank market boosted the sector, which tumbled almost 20% in the past 2 weeks. Country Garden gained 8%, while Longfor rose 7%. But Fantasia slumped 37% after it wasn't able to guarantee that it would be able to meet its financial obligations. Cash-strapped Evergrande rose 3% as investors awaited a bond payment due today. Now let's take a look at the markets. The Hang Seng Index closed up 183 points. Top 10 active stocks: Tencent up $19.60, Tracofan up 20 cents, AIA down $3.05, and Meituan up $7. Alibaba up $4.10, Wuxi Biologics up $1.40, Ping An up 50 cents, and Xiaomi up 25 cents. Thor is trading against Hong Kong dollar. Eurex trading at $9. British pound at 10.52, Canadian dollar at 6.26. Over to the UK market, FTSE 100 is up 33 points. A blizzard in northeastern China has killed 1 person and affected thousands. The death was reported in Tongliao in Inner Mongolia. Nearly 60 meters of snow fell after a 46-hour blizzard, the longest in 7 decades. Traffic was disrupted and workers had to clear snow from roads. Schools and airports were closed. Weather forecasters expect snow to keep falling until tomorrow, but at a lower intensity. Onto the local weather now. It will be fine and cool tomorrow, especially in the morning. Temperatures range from 18 to 24 degrees, mainly fine and dry on Friday and Saturday. Now let's take a look at the weather around the world. That's our main news for Wednesday night. Join us for more news at 11. I'm Sarah Wong. Thank you for watching. Good night.